The FEI Eventing Nations Cup is the world's only team eventing series, contested over 7 legs across Europe. The Olympic sport of eventing demands the very best from horse and rider, as the athletes compete over 3 tests: the compulsory movements in dressage, the daring feat of cross-country, and the accuracy required for show jumping. Over the next 5 months, teams from the top nations in the world of eventing will have travelled from Great Britain to Italy, Poland to Ireland, France to Belgium, and finally to the Netherlands, in a bid to become the 2019 FEI Eventing Nations Cup champions. The opening leg came from the Saracen horse feed Houghton International Horse Trials in the United Kingdom, with 9 teams going head-to-head for the all-important point in this Olympic qualifying year. And it was Germany that held off a spirited Swedish team to take the 100 points for the win. Pratoni Del Vivaro, situated on the outskirts of Rome in the Italian region of Lazio, hosted the second leg of the series. This historic site was the venue for the 1960 Olympic Games, the 1998 World Equestrian Games, and the 2007 FEI Europeans, but since then had sadly fallen into disrepair, until recently when the Campello family resurrected this classic event.
We are extremely proud because to us it was very important to be back on the international spot, and Pratoni has been out from the international spot for too long, so to be back, I mean, Pratoni are back now, you can see them around, and so this is great proud for us. My father actually chose the place because he knew the ground was so good, and so we had the Roman Olympics here, and then quite a lot of competition for many years, until we had the WEG on '98, we had the European Senior Championship on 2007, and then it was a bit of a mess because the federation didn't look after this place anymore, and it was totally abandoned, but totally. I mean, we had people coming and rubbing the fences, took them away, and everything from the stables. And so when we arrived, finally, we had quite a difficult situation. But slowly, we did manage to have it back. We organized with my brother-in-law, Giuseppe della Chiesa, and we organized to have lots of fences. They've been built in Poland, and we sent them over here. And so that makes everything easier for us. It's not easy in Italy to find some sponsor. Luckily, we have the New Holland, which was a great help to us, because she lent us some tractor to build around the courses. And so that was a great help. And of course we have also the Land Rover, who took the car over here, and she lent us car for the jury, which is a great help. Well, we are looking forward, first of all, that the competition gets on well, and we are looking forward to make another step to go back to the highest level possible in eventing.
This leg was trialling the new Olympic format, so each team comprised of 3 riders with all scores counting from each phase. The teams have the opportunity to make a substitution at any stage of the event. However, 20 penalties would be incurred. First up, it was the dressage phase, and it was the Dutch who led after day 1. Their combined score of 99.2 being 5 penalties ahead of their nearest rivals, France. And it was this test from Merle Schoons, completing on 31.3, that cemented the Netherlands' place at the top of the leaderboard. The next phase was the cross-country test, and a critical point in the competition. The objective was to complete the testing track of 27 obstacles across 3,890 metres of undulating terrain, and within the optimum time of 6 minutes 50 seconds. Switzerland were the best performing nation during the cross-country, with solid performances coming from Caroline Gerber and Patricia Attinger. The water complex proved particularly tricky, with several of the teams incurring 200 penalty points for incomplete rounds, giving the Swiss team a commanding lead heading into the final day of competition. Switzerland's cross-country score proved insurmountable in the show jumping phase, meaning they took the 100 points for the win. But with 5 legs to go, the series is still wide open. Next month on Equestrian World, we head back to Citra to meet those benefiting from the therapeutic riding programme. And we catch up on all the action from the third leg of the FEI Eventing Nations Cup in Strzegon, Poland. Until then, from all of the Equestrian World team, goodbye.